this episode of American Detour, we're going to find out if our minty fresh 1989 C1500 has a hopped motor or it's an easy fix.
You gotta do some work.
So you've seen this truck on the channel one other time, and that was when me, Losi, and Sam were putting a new starter in it, which, by the way, is still a piece of crap. Me and Losi rebuilt this engine, a quickie rebuild, our first engine rebuild of all things, because it was having some issues with coolant getting into the oil and whatnot. So we had to do a quickie rebuild during school. Not the best, but this gal is a super clean, all original 89 C1500 Silverado edition. So she's a good old truck. It's got everything. Underside is extremely clean, zero rust at all. Super nice truck, and it's got that nice maroon silver two-tone, which is a little dirty right now, and a bumper I'd never actually seen on these trucks before, but I guess that is factory. Then this side, this is the only rust on this truck, and it hasn't gone any further in the last 3 to 4 years that I've known Losi, because we stopped it with POR 15. So that isn't, I'm not even worried about that anymore. Cab corners in good shape, not rusted out. A little bubbling, but still in good shape. I can stop that from getting any worse. But the best part is this interior. Look how freaking nice this interior is. I mean, no cracks on the dash whatsoever. I mean, it is minty in here. Like, it is really nice in this truck. All the dome lights work, all the buzzers and all the, you know, all the things work and whatnot. It is really nice. But there is a downside to this truck. It's not a 4.3. I'm okay with 4.3. It's not a 350. It's definitely not a big block. It's a 305. That's the only downside of this thing, and you know as well as I do, 305s are garbage. Now, I bought this truck for a really reasonable price, way below market for this truck, and that's for one reason. That's because she's not running very good at all. And I'll show you, because we got to move her up a little bit out of the wind. She's not the happiest girl, but I'll run it for you real quick so you can see what it is I'm talking about. There's that starter. So she's got good oil pressure, mind you, so I don't think we have to worry about something super detrimental. Come over here and listen to her. Now, what do we got here? Smells like water, I think. But look how bad she shakes, man. Really bad shaking. Now I'm gonna shut it off because I don't want to get too hot while we're working on it. Doesn't look like there's any water in it. I think that's all moisture that we saw coming out of the exhaust pipe. Doesn't smoke white, so we know that that's good. We don't have to worry about a coolant leak or anything like that. It sounds like it's missing, is what I'm hearing. I mean, this is one of her spark plugs. I mean, if that's telling you anything. So I think we're having quite a few different issues of we're probably just not firing on all 8 cylinders. And I've already checked previously to make sure that there wasn't a vacuum leak, and there's no vacuum leak of any kind. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through and replace all of our plugs and wires, because I think that's really all it's gonna take to get this engine running clean and smooth again. Let's not forget, this has the original window sticker. So this has the air conditioning, the Silverado trim, the electronic speed control, the rally wheels, which are less than, tinted glass, front stabilizer bar, heavy duty shocks, that's not true at all, floor mats, the 5.0 liter EFI V8 gas, deluxe two-tone paint, 342 rear end gear, gray custom cloth bench, brandy wine quicksilver is the two-tone. Total options of $4,700. Somebody paid $14,900 for this truck back in 1988 or 89. That is awesome. And she gets 15 mile a gallon, 21 highway. I don't believe that for a second. I know the number 2 spark plug, which is on the passenger side. I know that one we had fouling issues with a while back because, I mean, it's a 305. They're known to have those issues. And that one also looks fouled, but not, I mean, I've seen worse, but that is pretty fouled. And there's oil all over the threads. So that's interesting. The heads that they'd pair these 305s up with were not the greatest in the world. They always had leaking issues and things of that nature. So it doesn't surprise me that we're having that same issue, have had that same issue. Really, this engine needs to be plucked out of here, to be totally honest with you, but not yet. We'll keep running her till she's done and tired. I mean, there's definitely oil on the threads, but it's not as fouled as I would expect. As you can tell, all the spark plugs are pretty oily and a little bit fouled, but I mean, that's something you can kind of expect from a 30-year-old vehicle. That's a 305 because that's kind of how they run. Let's go ahead and put in all of our new plugs and then go about putting on our new spark plug wires, and then we will start it up and see if she won't run any better. Oh, do you like what you see? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm hairy. And I'll probably get demonetized because of this. It's all right.
If you're gonna play, you gotta have some hurt. If you're gonna make a way, yeah.
Plugs and plug wires in, and I found that a bunch of them back there were actually not connected, like hardly at all. So let's fire it up. I think all of our plug wires are on. Fired up, see how she runs. Like I said, it runs a little bit rough, but not too bad. We'll just put some seafoam in it and absolutely give it all the sauce that she can give. No, she's still running pretty rough. I'll have to take off the cap and rotor and see what we got going on there. Maybe something's not happy in there. She is really, really worn out and ate up inside. My gosh. Wow, that won't even come up out of there. Well, she's f***ing doinked, bud. Like, she is bad. So, instead of getting a rotor, because I can't get that one off there, it's completely freaking seized up, I went and got just a whole new distributor. So now I gotta roll it over to top dead center on the number 1 cylinder, and then we can drop in our new distributor, and then it won't take very long at all to get this all put back together, and then it should run just fine, because that was definitely an issue. So we'll throw it all back together and see if it works.
You gotta have some heart.
Oh, yeah.
Make it fast and free. Rockin' your road.
Distributor's changed. Let's start it up and see if our problem is fixed. Hopefully it is. It's like we're missing a cylinder. Oh yeah, because I forgot to put the spark plug back in number 1. It still ran. I mean, hell, it's running better than it was before. Runs perfect.